almost out. Let's go over what we got. Just gotta get the motor mount bolts out. Gotta get the cross member undone, and my hose for my clutch hose, whatever you want to call it, for the hydraulic clutch, and then I can pull it out. So that ain't gonna take that long at all to do. But anyway, we got some more stuff to come in, so let's open this stuff up and see what we got. I think this is gonna be my intake. I got a Trailblazer SS intake that I ordered up. So, looks like it might have been open a little bit. Now this I got off of Amazon. I got this off of Amazon for 130 bucks. Set it down here on the ground here. I got it for $130. Oh yeah, that thing looks real fucking nice. I like it. Let's get it out. Pretty fancy little cover here. I seen them used and stuff. Everybody's wanting like $250 for them used on Facebook and whatnot. I was like, you know what? I'll try this out. I looked them up, and this one came up on Amazon for $130, brand new. And it's like it's supposed to be the same thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and give that a whirl. See how that works out. It's supposed to be, just make sure everything's right on it. I set it back down. I can't get it out of here. So everything looks to be correct on it so far. It's gonna be sweet, if you ask me. Looks just like a Trailblazer SS, but clean, like brand new. So hopefully that works out. I don't see why it wouldn't. Let's see what we got next in here. See what we got next real quick. Then after this, I'm gonna start getting the motor pulled out. It's New Year's Eve right now. I'm at home doing this. You guys, everybody else is probably out partying. Oh, okay. I thought this might be my throttle body, but it's not. These are a set of casters right here, because I got another motor stand. See, there's just a set of casters. But I'll show you what I got. I got another one of these engine stands like this for LS motors. Now this is my 4.8 right here. So I got a couple more LS motors. I got another 6.0, and I got that one in the car. I need to have like somehow to wheel it around, and these things work really well. I've had them with my transmission and everything else on. They work great. So I went ahead and got another one. Like, why? Then you can I can fit the motor anywhere. I can go underneath the bench. I have to clean it out, of course, but you can put that thing anywhere, and so wheels around so nice. So here's the other part of it right here. I'm sure that this is the main part of it. I thought it was going to be my throttle body in that other box, and I should have known it was kind of big, but they package stuff in a box. So I'm just going to leave that packaged up right now, and I'm gonna go ahead and get started on the car, getting everything taken apart. I'm gonna put this stuff away real quick. Oh, the other thing I wanted to tell you guys about was that dumbbell, barbell, whatever, I was having a hard time remembering. That's what it is. It's a restrictor, LS oil restrictor barbell. And what it does is basically it goes in the back of the block. You take the cover off, and it just slips right in there. I'll show you guys when I put it in. And it helps restrict the oil. And anytime you got a restriction in the line, it gives you pressure. So it helps increase the oil pressure and stuff like that. Like when this thing got up to running temperature, sometimes I'd like to see a little bit higher oil pressure. That's all I'm trying to say. I mean, it wasn't like really low. It was like 30 pounds. And then I just want to see a little bit higher. So I'm gonna put that in there, and I got that other plate too. Like these are the two things that you want to replace. Make sure you replace when you do your LS motors, so that way your oil pressure is up. Like this right here, this cam plate right here. You need that because of this right here. There's two holes on the block, and that's for your oil. It gives high oil pressure, goes through there, those two holes. So you'll need a new gasket every time it's nice and raised up. Sometimes it'll get flat, and your oil pressure will suffer. And this, so you replace those two things, and your oil pressure should be really good, really. So I'm gonna go ahead and go one step further and replace the oil pump. I got a high performance oil pump as well, and we're just gonna get started on it. So let's get you set up. Check it out, man. I just figured I'd set it on top of there. I didn't even take that motor plate mount, you know, the motor plate puller off. It's gonna look badass. Sitting up a little higher than it's gonna be. It's kind of teeter-tottering on that motor plate, motor puller, whatever you want to call it. So thing's gonna be sweet, I think, especially after I get everything else all painted up, and I'm gonna redo all the paint, you know. It'll be way cool. All right, you guys, I went ahead and just did a couple things. I got the cross member and everything unhooked, my clutch, all that stuff undone, and started pulling her out of here. She's coming out pretty easy right now. So underneath I just got my jack underneath there. See it underneath there. I got my jack holding up the tail of the tranny. I'm about to let it down a little bit more and just keep pulling it out, you know. I got the stuff sitting sideways like this because I got the quick jacks underneath, so I can go right up underneath the tire right there. Last year when I did it, I had the car up on like these ramps, these plastic ramps and shit. These right here. And it was hard. Like I couldn't get the cherry picker underneath there. And on these cars, the front end are so long, the cherry picker ran into the bumper, and it was really hard to get the motor in and out. You know, like this way so far doing it like this is so easy. I wish I would have had enough chain or enough room to do it like this before. Basically, is what I was trying to say. So I'm just gonna keep on plugging away. I'll get it out, and then like I figure once I do get it out, I'm gonna go ahead and do a leak down test on it right now, just to see where it's at. I think because I didn't do any valve work on here. All I did is put the springs on here and clean the heads up. I didn't do any valve work or anything like that, and the valves are all pitted pretty bad. So I'm thinking I got some valve leak. So I'm gonna do a leak down test on here when I get the motor out, and then when I get the new heads on, I'm gonna do another leak down test and see if it improved. And just the stuff like that makes me sleep at night, you know. I mean, I just like to know, I guess. So, all right, I'll get set on the tripod. you guys. They work great. As you can see, I got one over here too, like I showed you the other night. So I got another set of them. I'm gonna go ahead and put these on. They will actually fit and hold the transmission and everything up. So I'll set these on there. I can wheel the motor around. The transmission will be up off the ground. I can then get my transmission jack over there behind my hood, put it underneath there, and then I'll undo my transmission bolts, and go from there. Pull my transmission off and get things going. And then I'll get this on the motor stand, do my leak down test, start getting it cleaned up, just stuff like that. So now it's out of the car again. It's kind of tricky pulling it from the side like I did, trying to get the car to come down, lower down, and then not lower on top of the cherry picker there. Was kind of different, but it worked out pretty good. So now I'm gonna get everything all cleaned up, paint it up, make it look a little bit better, and I'll show you guys what I do. Tomorrow is like one of my last days. It's gonna be nice, so I'm gonna go ahead and push it outside and pressure wash everything like I didn't do that before, and get everything painted. I have to move some wires, paint some stuff, take my time and make it look real nice. So all right, I'm gonna get this stuff on the stands real quick and get back with you. Alright, I got it on these stands right here and off the ground. I'm gonna pull everything apart tomorrow. I'm gonna stop tonight, get it late, and see what's going on with it. I'm gonna pull the transmission off, pull the clutch off, and I'm gonna do some measuring, do my leak down test, and I'm probably gonna repaint the block like I said, because it looks like shit, which that's how I got it. Like, I didn't get it any different. I just got it and put it in the car, and then the only thing I did do is I did the valve covers. I powder coated these, and this is just some old dingy paint that is flaking off. So I'm gonna go ahead, brighten it up, straighten some of the other stuff up, and put it back in. I was gonna do other stuff to it, but since this is a 2000 and it has that thick flange, it limits me. Like, there's not really many, like, rotating assembly doesn't work. I want to do that forged rotating assembly from Summit, so that doesn't work with this. I got to do it with my other motor I got outside. I got that Denali with the 04 Denali with the 6-liter. I'm going to do a forged rotating assembly in the bottom of that and try to do like 1500 horsepower or something crazy. But I can't afford it yet, so this is what I'm going to do for now. It's going to be plenty fast enough. It's probably be 850 wheel, and that's going to be enough to scare anybody, I think. So that's it. And then, like I said, I'll finish pulling this stuff off, get this painted up. And these wires just pull right over there. They just it's just a wiring harness there. So we'll just move those around, paint, stuff like that. So, all right, guys, I'll catch you on the next one.